Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So let's get started on the base tour. Say hi to Bun Bun and Spirit. Let's get going. So here's the base from above. As you can see, I have a big greenhouse with a good sized front yard area. You have to pave your front area with stones or else you're going to have trees and all kinds of stuff growing in there. I do have everything underground, so I do have a portion of stone back there that I've kind of put over the roof of the mating room and the baby room, I guess you can call it. So yeah, we'll go get a look on the inside. So first up, we have the Phiomia hut up in the front yard, and if you put some Phiomias in here, see there's an option to capture Phiomia. You have to have a tame Phiomia sitting outside of it to capture it, and then you put some thatch in here for fuel. So if I just take this thatch, drag it over to the fuel, they'll produce fertilizer. And as soon as you take the fertilizer out, you can't put it back in. So I just let it be in there and store it in there. Oh yeah, and you have to make sure to produce egg on it, even though it's not an egg, it's fertilizer. It works the same for the dodo nest, but instead of thatch, you just put berries in the inventory. And then I just have my feeding trough here out front with a bunch of meat in it because I've been breeding RGs. And then we have the greenhouse. So I have sections of magic dirt along with regular dirt so I can grow magic berries. So these are still in the process of growing. I just have my magic berries right here. I have a couple preserving bins on each side just to put some stuff in. I'm going to replace them with the ice coolers here soon, which is this thing right here. You put blocks of ice into it and then it'll keep things cool. I've got to go get more ice. This is the cooking pot. I don't know why it was on. I cooked all this stuff. So the cooking pot in this one makes just edibles for the character. And then you have a separate pot that makes kibble. So this is the feed pot to make kibble. We have another preserver fireplace, which you can also cook your meat inside the fireplace. If I hit this, I can craft. And this is a Pix block converter, which will hold your Pix block animals. And then over here is the breeding / raising baby room, which my torch went out, but I extended it a little bit because I was having trouble moving around in it with the dinos. You want to build something with a roof on it, especially if you're going to be breeding flyers, because they have to be on wandering, so you don't want them like wandering all over the place. I don't think they'll take off and fly though, but I don't know. I think they just walk around. Just another feeding trough in here for when babies are maturing. They have something to eat from. Let's see, on this side we have this smelter. But this melts the metal, the ingots that you gather. So right now I have some iron and some copper in it. And you cannot manually put things in the inventory of any of the crafting things. You have to craft it out of your inventory, and then if you pull things from that inventory, you're going to have to find somewhere else to store them because you can't put them back. Which is why there's a vault right next to it, which I store the ore and the ingot and the other stuff that I use for crafting in the other benches. And then we have the workbench, which crafts your armor, your tools, your weapons, your bullet, basically like a smithy. The firearm workbench lets you modify and enchant your firearms and weapons. The tailor's workbench, you can craft costumes and things for your character as well as your dinos. Like these ones, I believe, are dino costumes. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to give it a like and leave a comment down below on anything you'd like to see in this series in the future. And then we have a vault over here, which holds all the stuff that I will craft inside the mortar and pestle, because you cannot put things in the inventory. I'll show you. And then you can either craft all or craft a specific number. Say I need like 6, or then boom, it crafts it up. But it pulls it from my personal inventory. It doesn't pull it from the vaults. But if you have a small storage box or the large storage boxes, you can pull from those with the basic equipment. I don't know why they won't pull from the vaults. And then I just have a random stuff vault that I have all my seeds and junk in. And then of course we have the ice box, like I said before, the ice cellar. When you do get electricity, you can build refrigerators, or you can tame I think they're called an ice golem or something, and then you can basically store your food and stuff inside them. They're like a living refrigerator, which is pretty cool. Over here I have a little bedroom, which has a bookshelf, a bed, the cloakroom, which it's basically like a loadout mannequin. You can create different outfits or costumes, and you can then equip them on your character. And you can store armor and stuff in there as well. I have cloth armor stored in it. And then we have the dressing table, which you can go through and change your hairstyle, your hair color, everything about your character. You can even change like the sizes of stuff, and you can change the skin color. So if your character, you're not happy with it when you first created it, you can make one of these tables and change that. And then over here we have the magic room inscription book, and here you can craft summoning scrolls or blueprints to summon a zombie, basically different kind of skeleton and zombies to come and fight for you. A vault for storing magic stuff, the magic workbench, which is basically like your magic smithy. So you can create structures as well as, craft wands and armor. You have an apprentice wand and a master wand, and you can create magical ammo like magic tranquilizer dart, poison bullets, shotgun ammo, and craft tools like the mole pick. So basically a light and dark wand. And then we have the dye workbench, which isn't a magical tool, but I wanted it in here just for reasons of my own. Because you do have to use for the creature colorings, you do need fire magic stone essence for that, so might as well be in the magic room. Then this is your alchemy stove, which you can craft these. So I have some fire magic stones and some earth or wind magic stones. I could craft them into magic stone essence and then use them with a wand, like ammunition pretty much. And then we have the crucible, which you can craft different kinds of potions, a swiftness potion. These are like your soups and stuff from Ark, Callian soup and mind wipe tonic. Scuba potion helps you breathe underwater. Werewolf potion transforms you into a werewolf for 5 minutes. And then we have a fabricator in the middle. I'm working on upgrading the rest of the base. I started with all the basic stuff, and then the fabricator is actually pretty darn cheap to craft. Like, I was surprised. So if I go to structures and crafting, fabricator takes 20 iron ingots and 20 firestone powders. So you basically like turn 20 flint into stone powder and then 20 iron ingots. All of the oil and polymer and all this other stuff to make in fabricator, which was cool. And then you can use gasoline like normal for the fabricator. You can craft polymer and electronics that you can use to make electronic equipment for your base. So a power generator takes quartz, firestone powder, and iron ingots. That's actually pretty darn cheap to craft. And then iron ingots, electronics, polymer, and quartz. Like the hardest thing to find might be the quartz and the iron ingots. So electronics is crafted out of sharp crystal and copper ingot. And then let's see, what was the polymer made out of? What was that thing? Bone ash and clay. Dinos, we can make a petroleum slime incubator, glass fence, marble foundation, and snow for a kaiju pool. And they will produce polymers. And this one produces petroleum. It's not much yet. I mean, I'm working on it. But basically what I did is I mined into like the side of a little hill down this way, and I made this room and then filled bottom with wood floors. Kind of did that in each room and put a little doorway for each one. This one I haven't put any wood floor in yet. You can place the feed trough without the floors. Alright guys, so that was my little base tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any tips for me, I'm more than willing to listen. And I will keep you up to date as I make improvements on this base. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!